Welcome back to Hoop Historians Podcast, where we put basketball in proper perspective. I'm Diddy Knows Ball, here with Ray and White Boy Chris, and today we're gonna be talking about tribute to Willis Reed, give him his flowers. Then we'll be talking about catch return. We'll be talking about Julius Randle versus Jaylen Brown, 2023, and how good is Austin Reaves. Plus, we're gonna be doing our All NBA teams live on air. So Uh, let's just start it off with Willis Reed, man. They called him the captain, won two championships with the New York Knicks. I ain't gonna act like I just been watching Willis Reed highlights or I just know his game like that, but I do know the history of Willis Reed. And before the computers and all that stuff, Ray, how do we find out about people? Word of mouth from my elders. So Willis Reed was another one of those dudes. He played with Walt Frazier, Earl Pearl Monroe. They won two championships with the Knicks. I think it was the early 70s. He done had battles with Wilt and guys like that. So he was part of that early 70s, late 70s era. So he played 10 seasons, averaged about 19 points, 13 rebounds. He done won two finals MVPs, the MVP. He was a 7-time All-Star. So anything you got to say about Willis Reed, Ray?
I mean, just to kind of piggyback on what you were saying, definitely one of those barbershop talks back in the day. I remember the first time I ever heard about him though, my dad was talking about he was talking about it was somebody from the Cowboys, and he mentioned he talked about these two incidents back to back. Every time he bring up one, he gonna bring up the other person. I can't remember who it was for the Cowboys. It was safety though, I want to say, and something happened to the tip of his finger. He told him to cut it off, and he went back in the game and finished the game.
Mm-hmm.
And he was like, he said, it's only one other player that ever did that attempted or did something that bold and that was in the Super Bowl. I want to say he did that. And then he said in the finals, Willis Reed turned around. Everybody thought like, man, this like he done this series. He ain't coming back. He ain't coming out there. You see him on the court, and like, how he out on the court with a broken leg? The first time I heard that story, I was just like, it's not even possible for you to be walking on a broken leg. Like, how is he even on the court? But that's just a story that's just always like that's something we're gonna be telling our kids. Like that's a crazy story. Like I don't care.
Yeah, he hit his first two shots. He hit the first two shots too.
I don't care if he wasn't the main reason, but you can't tell me that don't ignite something in your team.
Nah, yeah, that's intentional fortitude. That's showing that fight, that grit that everybody talk about.
So yeah, man. He from that era though, where people was built different. Like, so I mean, rest in power, rest in peace, rest in heaven. I mean,
yeah, rest in peace, Willis Reed, man. We gotta respect the elders, respect the greats that paved the way. So yeah, man, R.I.P. Willis Reed. Now it's time to get in the shits. Man, y'all see the playoff picture. Y'all know what's going on. Ray, you had a lot to talk about, man. Go ahead, pop it off with what you want to talk about, man. So hopefully you don't say nothing crazy before I have to cook you.
I mean, I don't think I had anything too crazy to say.
Let me make sure. Well, I
know what you're talking about. It's a couple points I made, and I can back them up.
Because
the first thing I want to talk about was the Bulls.
Okay,
the Bulls on their way to being a lottery pick. That's what they was on. Before Beverly got there, they was on a wild losing streak. Beverly get there. All I'm saying is LaVine has been playing the best basketball he's ever played for this season at least. And really for the stretch I've seen since the All-Star break.
I seen the stat they said that their defense been like number one since Pat got there.
People don't realize Pat Bev is from the heart of Chicago. The original Chicago. He from that side.
Yeah, he is from out there. I forgot.
But man, they 8-5. They lost yesterday to the to Philly, but they did beat Philly the 2 days before that. But they lost. They got beat bad yesterday. But they 8-5 since the All-Star break. I mean, yeah, but
They got some pretty good wins too. They beat
they don't
Minnesota, Miami, Philly.
most of their games been blowouts that they won. They blew out Brooklyn, blew out Washington, blew out Denver, blew out Miami, and they had some close games.
So you giving
They
credit
lost.
to Pat Bev? You giving the credit to Pat Bev? That's what you doing?
I'm not. No, I'm saying how he done, because the main thing that we was missing from the Bulls, other than a facilitator, was another elite perimeter defender. You can say what you want about Pat Bev. You can say how you feel about him. His defense speaks for itself, though. Since he's been in the league, he's always been at the talks as a top guard defender.
Yeah.
Like, we can say, I hate the antics. He ain't serious. He ain't this. He ain't that. He out there trying to hurt people.
He backs that shit up, though.
I think he's more attitude right now, though. I think he brings more the attitude, the culture, like just holding people accountable. Like Zach LaVine been averaging 30, y'all. 40, 50, 90. Y'all know I'm a sucker for that. So he been averaging 30. So I feel like he was brought in to push Zach LaVine. Like, because Pat Bev, he the type of guy you bring him in and he's an immediate culture changer. Like he make everybody a little bit more serious and like he more of that. I don't think I can
feel that. I can feel that because I know that y'all were paying attention to trade talks just as much as I was, but of course, with Lonzo going down, and it was kind of like the direction that we thought the Bulls were going to go in. Of course, they're one of those teams that obviously needs a facilitator. Like we know what DeMar is, we know what Zach LaVine is. They're still like even with DeMar's, he's a vet in his later years, but he still produces. But that was a team that desperately needed a facilitator, and we see when Lonzo went down, what happened. You know what I'm saying? So I'm not saying that Pat is ever going to replace the other stuff that Lonzo would do as far as like winning basketball, but as far as somebody to light a fire under your ass, I feel like that's not a bad person for you to have on your squad. Because me personally, I do feel like just the outside looking in, I feel like Ant, he got an advantage off of that. We was
talking about like the intangibles. You talking about the intangibles, Pat?
The intangible side of it. The intangible side of it.
That's why I thought he brought Chicago.
Yeah, because if we look, we because of course we can clown Pat Bev with the meme and everything. These motherfuckers, acting like they won a championship game when they just won a game to get to the goddamn. You know what I'm saying? But at the end of the day, you know what I'm saying? Like sometimes you need that type of player to light a fire under some of these players, and I feel like especially when you got some of these younger players, and I know Ant is a lot younger than Lonzo. He's a lot younger than Zach LaVine. But even still, I mean, he was lighting the fire on the Cat. He had him barking like he was, and that was a side of Cat that I liked to see. So I would love to see Pat there when Lonzo comes back because and I'm hoping that Lonzo comes back healthy because I'm looking at Pat Beverly's intangibles. Like, let him light a fire under their ass, but of course he's going to be a player coming off the bench, making sure that, the second string players come out energized, come out hot, and he's going to do his part. So, like I said, what do I say about defensive players all the time? You ain't got to be the best out there. You ain't got to be I just need you to get in the goddamn way and show me some effort. But that's what Pat Bev does.
But my thing is with the Chicago Bulls is what was they ceiling fully healthy, even with Lonzo? I thought they was gonna be a good team, and I thought they could like make a push. But the way the East is set up, the East is so good. The Bulls at their absolute best with Lonzo, with maximum capacity, they just
So I still think that they were going to be
Oh,
good. I still think they were going to be very good. But the way that the East is set up now, I still
yeah.
don't think that you're going to, be at that top echelon of those teams. Because right now, that the way that the East is set up, you have to have a dominant power forward or a dominant sitter. And that's just something that the Bulls don't have.
And I think, and it's like you said, it's either a big forward or a center. And all the dudes on Chicago, they don't even have no two ways. The East got them two ways too at the top. Embiid, Giannis, Tatum, they got two ways. Zach LaVine and DeMar, they kind of frail things, if you ask me. They not playing both.
I can say this, and you can call it, you can say what you want, but I mean, were we really looking at Jason Tatum and Jaylen Brown as like some really defensive type players before Ime Udoka got there last year?
Jaylen Brown, yes.
I say Jaylen Brown. That's what he came into the league as. Yeah. He became this elite scorer as time went on, but he came in the league already as a defensive stop. That was his bread and butter.
That's
athletic. He was athletic and had defense. That was his two main things.
The thing with Jason Tatum.
But real quick, like as y'all said, y'all talking about one player. I'm just talking about both of them.
Tatum showed signs, but he was not consistent. Now he's consistently.
You got to think about it, Chris. Jason Tatum was in the Eastern Conference Finals year one. The bar was set so high for this duo, and they both was the two leading scorers in the Eastern Conference Finals that year. So it was like the bar was set, and we always seen the potential. They both was top 3 picks. So it's like, you know what I'm saying? Like they was highly ranked coming out of high school, highly ranked coming out the draft, and they immediately started making noise in the Eastern Conference from day one. So it was like we was just waiting for it to mesh or waiting for them to blow it up. That's really what that's what we've been seeing from them their whole career. So I don't know, man. I feel like Chicago is in the same situation as Portland, in the same situation as Washington Wizards. They have a couple stars, but they have stars. They're not big enough stars for nobody to go nowhere. They're good enough to keep you from getting a lottery pick. And it's just like, hey, y'all ain't gonna talk about SGA. So when we gonna give SGA some love? Come on now. I think they the 7th seed right now. No, where they at? Where they at? Right? Let me see. I think they like the 7th or 8th. But when we go give FGA some love now, we gonna get to our days.
So now that we talking about this, I mean, I understand we had this conversation earlier, and I know that this was a conversation at that particular time, but of course they ain't got Chet. But can we still honestly say that Dame has a better supporting cast than SGA?
Yes.
Bro, no, dude.
Hell no. We're not going to do it just because them niggas clowning right now. There's 3 rookies in NBA starting lineup.
Bro, come on, bro. You know me. I'm not doing it because of that. I am just
Are they not executing?
Who's that?
Nah, Ray, we're not doing that. We're not doing that.
I'm saying, are they executing?
Say, bro.
No,
are they doing their job?
Ray, who you asking about?
I'm asking if those 3 rookies doing their job. I know they are.
For OKC, right?
3 rookies don't keep a starting job. And they ain't doing a good job at.
I'm not saying
you talking about for OKC though, right? You talking about for OKC, right?
Yeah, we're not gonna say SGA got a better supporting cast.
Come on, D. Come on, bro.
We don't hold on, DJ, because in this same year we don't find out a lot about Portland. Simons is a fraud. Grant should not be your second leading scorer.
Come on, bro.
They don't have a true center.
So let me ask you this, Ray. It's a question. And
no,
Chris,
wait. So before you ask that question, was anything he said a lie? Because I'm sorry, like because at the time I gave you the benefit of the doubt because at the time, yes, the supporting cast that Portland had looked better at the time, but damn it,
we don't come to find
this
us
shit.
fraud.
Say man, look, I'm sorry, bro. Like when you get to a point to where you still have a chance to at least make a play-in. I mean, I know it's the play-in, but this nigga Dame talking about shutting this motherfucker down.
I'm not going, bro. See, Dame got y'all hypnotized.
He ain't got me hypnotized.
Is not worse than SGA's. I don't care what they're doing. Hold on, I don't let y'all jump me.
I'm not jumping you.
It's 3 rookies in the Oklahoma City starting lineup, y'all. I understand what y'all saying. They're playing well. Portland Trail Blazers players are not. But Anthony Simons has been in the league. He knows how the NBA works. Jeremy Grant been in the league. He knows how the NBA works. They both averaged over 20 this year. OKC has Josh Giddey, Lou Dort, and Jalen Williams. None of them, I would not take none of them over Simons and Grant. Now,
in what aspect?
They're not better players. About scoring? They're not better players. I think I
think Giddey's role in the way he approaches it on the game is more valuable than what Simons brings to the game. Simons is a better scorer.
They're not asking
you can say Simons is a better scorer. You can say he's a better offensive player. But I'd rather have Giddey on my team because Simons is too inconsistent.
Man, I see what y'all trying to do, but I'm not giving Dame no out, bro. His team is better than Shay's team, bro. Even though Shay has his team.
First of all, I'm not trying to give nobody no out because both of their records are shit. So let's get that out the way right now.
No, one with 3 rookies. We go overlook that? That's what we're doing?
No. I'm not gonna overlook it, but at the same time, I'm not gonna use it as an excuse.
He's averaging 30. He's averaging the same amount of points that Dame is averaging with 3 rookies in his starting lineup, and they're in the play-in, and Dame is not.
So shouldn't that tell you that Dame's supporting cast is not translating to W's just because they averaging 20 points? Just because he has 20
That's what I was just about to say.
They don't translate to W's.
Dame isn't translating into W's either.
We seen what Dame can do.
But okay, DJ, this is the only reason why I brought this up. DJ, this is the only reason why I brought this up, right?
Go ahead,
Ray. Go ahead.
Jeremy Grant played for Detroit. How many times they made the playoffs?
He didn't make the playoffs.
Wasn't he their number 1?
Yes.
Okay. When Dame was hurt last year, Simons was there out there, right? What did they do?
They didn't do nothing. Can I rebuttal?
So what have they done in their careers that translates to W's? Only time we ever seen Grant have success when he played for Denver. That's the only time we ever seen in his career he actually was playing winning basketball.
Ray, I'm not going for the notion of just because it's not translating to W's I'm not giving Dame a pass because Simons and Grant aren't translating to W's.
Dame a pass. We talking about
Jaylen Williams was in the same conference as the Gonzaga Bulldogs last year. I'm not going for that.
Wait. I have a question.
What does that mean?
Wait, hold on. Go ahead, Chris.
So this is you're saying, in your opinion, that the supporting cast that Dame has is better than SGA, right? But when you say that, are you talking individual talent that they're better?
I'm not saying the supporting cast are better or not. I'm saying the supporting cast they either cancel each other out or is in the favor of SGA's being worse. Because Simons and Grant are established NBA players that both average 20 in this league.
You keep naming off
players. Let me go back to that. So let me go back to that. So
what is Portland's bench like, DJ?
Hold on.
When it comes to what you're saying right there, I really can't even agree with that because I'm not gonna go for the notion that they're established NBA players. We've seen established NBA players that are still the 8th, 9th man on the bench. I don't give a damn how long they've been in the league. That's just where they are. So I can't give you this
averaging 20.
DJ.
What?
Who were we talking about going on this monster run, averaging all these points since his birthday? We were talking about LeBron James. This nigga had a monster night where he passed Kareem and he still lost. So I don't want to hear nothing about what these niggas is averaging on points per game. How does this shit work as a team? That is what I am getting to. You can say that they're averaging more points as a team, but at the end of the day, those points are only going to do so much. Are you winning the game or are you losing? So you can try to. So that's why I asked you. You can say that he may have better individual players, but when you talk about OKC and the role that they're playing, the shit that they're doing is equating to winning. Because at the end of the day, you can say what you want to. They in a potential predicament to maybe get to the playoffs. They ain't gonna be sitting on his goddamn couch.
Okay,
let's just call it what it is.
I processed what you said. No, before I smoke you, Chris,
bro.
Ray, what was you saying? Before I smoke you, because I'm processing what you said, Chris, and I'm gonna get
process it because I'm just trying to figure out
because y'all trying to jump me, and I gotta make sure I get both.
I'm not jumping you. I'm just trying to, because the way that you talking is that you're talking about these players as like individual players, which I feel you. We can talk. We just had this conversation about Nash and Kidd. We were saying like, yeah, individually you feel Kidd that Nash is better, but I'm gonna go ahead and say it. You said off the air, if you was gonna build a team, you would pick Kidd. So when I'm talking about a team, we got to take that into consideration. Like, yeah, they may be averaging more points. They might be doing more than yada yada yada. But as a team sport, is that translating into they just clear cut better? They're not. They just not.
Okay, so let me go on and knock you off real quick, Chris. So then I can knock off Ray. So when you bringing up the teams and the team success, was Portland not one of the top 3 seed at the beginning of the season with the same roster outside of Josh Hart being traded away at the trade deadline?
How many games in was this?
This was like a good sample size in. This was like 20 or so games in, bro. And I'll say that to say this. I said to say this. Hold on. I say that to say
top 3 team, 20 games in.
So the Blazers wasn't winning at the beginning of the year, and we was looking back like, man, we probably was tripping on the Blazers. We wasn't doing that.
It didn't last.
What happened?
This what I'm saying. There's no excuse. It doesn't matter. Shea is winning with 3 rookies. Come on, bro. Shea is in the play-in over Dame with 3 rookies.
What happened?
I understand I understand what y'all saying about the teams and they're not producing or whatever, but I'm saying it's not an excuse. There's no excuse. There's nothing to say.
Dame got hurt. Dame got hurt at the beginning of the season. Doing that run you're talking about, he got hurt.
Dame been playing these last couple months. He had a 70-point game.
But that beginning of the season that you're talking about, he got hurt.
So what's the excuse? They were winning.
No, they won a couple games when he was hurt. Then they started getting on a little losing streak, and that's when he was like, "Oh, never mind."
But no, this is what I'm saying. I'm saying there's no excuse for Dame because SGA is winning with 3 rookies starting. There's no excuse for Dame. If he can't win with this team, he's not who we think he is. It's empty stats, just like Bradley Beal.
So you act like it's his fault that the rest of the motherfuckers.
Bradley Beal been doing this for several seasons.
I'm talking about this year. Oh, okay, I see you on that, but I'm saying for this year.
Beal been doing this for several seasons.
I'm saying for this year.
This is who he is for real.
Bradley Beal, Damian Lillard, LeBron James, they're all doing the same shit, putting up stats on bad teams. And I'm saying Dame is in a play-in though. Dame is in no worse situation than SGA. Can we agree on that? He's not in no worse situation than SGA.
Ain't the Wizards in the play-in?
I think they're already out. I think it's gonna pop up on the bottom of it.
Oh, okay, never mind. It just went through. I didn't see that name.
So I think that if they not man, see the Wizards are terrible. That's what we need to talk about. But y'all still on this SGA thing because I'm saying SGA has surpassed Dame. It's definitely not
the Wizards are who we thought they were.
Bro, no, I'm still not going. At the end of the day, like I still feel like at this point, like it's just obvious that SGA has a clear better supporting cast. I'm sorry, like that rookie shit and all that, like it don't matter how long you've been, either you can play or you can't. That's the way I look at it. You can say like, oh yeah, they doing all this scoring, yada yada yada, but are you winning me goddamn games?
When the last time we seen a star and 3 rookies, a young star and three rookies, be a top 10 seed to almost get into the playoffs in these last few years?
A young star and 3 rookies.
Was it Ja Morant? That's the last one we seen.
They had 3 rookies.
I don't even think they had 3 rookies. You see what I'm saying?
I can think of some young players, maybe, but
yeah, young players, but just
3 rookies,
fresh out the box rookies.
I can't think off the top of my head.
So are y'all following what I'm saying? SGA is doing this with 3 rookie starters, bro. Why we just can't?
You said it's Lou Dort.
We can't use the fact that these niggas is rookies.
The other Jaylen Williams, and it was another dude.
You can't use the fact that they rookies as far as like measuring that they better than one player. They not.
Jaylen Williams only gonna start at 27 games,
bro. Since they've been on their since they've been on their road, they've been starting rookies. That's what I'm saying. I'm saying they done found the lineup.
It's like he's been starting the whole season.
Bro, I'm saying
his starting spot.
Bro,
he didn't just
hey man, let's stop it. This OKC roster is getting led by Shea. Shea is carrying them. The other guys are stepping up. Giddey's playing his role.
Okay, you can say the same thing about Dame, but I'm not giving you an excuse just because these niggas are rookies and these niggas is not. Like, niggas, either they can play or they can't. Either they can play or they can't. I don't give a damn how old you are. I don't give a damn how old you are. Either you can play or you can't.
OKC only got 4 rookies. One of them got hurt in a pro-am game. The other one has not started not one game. And the other 2, only one of them has started majority of this season. The other one just started.
Say, man. All right.
You over here lying. Talking about they had 3 rookies starting this whole time.
I didn't say this whole year. I said he got that right now since they've been winning.
He only got
but them niggas ain't even better been there. So shit, at the end of the day, I ain't even know all these numbers. I wasn't going there. Thank you, Ray.
My thing
is like something ain't adding up.
No, I just brought up the rookies to tell y'all that Dame ain't got no excuse to be losing because Shea's winning.
Because his
I'm not trying to hear there's no supporting cast argument. There's no supporting cast excuse. I'm not trying to hear.
No, see, I'm not going for that, bro. I'm not going for that because we literally just got off the topic of goddamn. And I'm not trying to put nobody
not getting it done, bro.
Huh?
Why we just can't say Dame not getting it done? We understand why he not getting it done, but he not getting it done.
He's not, but we not finna. But if we gonna put some shit in the we can't not put none in the context.
There's no context. We thought this team would be trash. This team was trash. It is.
So hold on a second, DJ. Hold on a second.
They started out good. We thought they might have been something. They're trash still. It is what it is.
So you gonna give? So hold on a second, dude. Let me make sure I heard you correctly. With Portland losing, you gonna blame it all on Dame. And with OKC winning, you're gonna blame it. You're gonna praise it all on Shea. That's what you're doing.
You know how this shit works, man.
I'm saying how. I'm not talking about how they do it. I'm talking about what you doing.
No, I'm. You going as far as the store? You going as far as the store?
No, what I'm saying is, because Dame is holding his end. What is his supporting cast doing?
He don't play no defense, man. Let's stop it. Let's stop it, bro.
Don't do that. Don't do that.
Is his supporting cast?
No, Dame don't play no defense. Dame ain't contributing. Dame is up there.
Hell no. I ain't going for that shit. I ain't going for that.
This year, Dame is only.
I ain't going for that. I ain't going for that.
You only after getting buckets, bro.
What is his supporting cast doing?
Huh?
Are they at least doing that?
What are you talking about?
I ain't going for that, bro.
I'm not gonna give no
What is
excuse.
Simon
They
shooting?
not getting it done.
What
They
is
just not
Simon
getting it
shooting?
done. Oh my!
You give me $20. You give me 20 points a game, but you shooting under 45%. Do I really care for that?
DJ, we can't throw that defense shit in there, bro.
Nah, yes we can.
No,
y'all
we
throw it
can't.
in there with anybody else. Y'all throw it in there if it was Jokic.
Simon.
No, I don't, because you know why? You know why I don't throw it? You know why? You know why we don't throw it in with Jokic?
Field at 36% from three.
No, do you know why we don't throw that shit in there with Jokic?
That's
Because
nasty,
at the end of the day, with his team, the rest of them niggas play defense.
Compared to this era, 44% ain't bad.
We throw that shit in there when we talk about MVP, but if we talk about team, we ain't talking about that.
Hold on a second, DJ. If Jason Tatum, if Giannis, if Jokic, if any of those guys shooting 44%, you would be dog walking them right now. But since it's Simons, you're gonna be like, that ain't bad. That is bad to shoot 44%.
That's not bad.
He's not a tough shot taker. So why are you only shooting 44%?
I mean, he's shooting average, bro. He's shooting average.
That's below average. Average is at least 45 to 47%. Anything below 45% is bad.
If you're shooting, like, I would say good is 45% to like 48%. That's good. So if you 44,
that's above average. 45 and above is above average.
He's shooting 36% below 35% is average.
Oh my god! I don't care about that 3-pointer when you're.
He's an average player, bro. So are you go just write him down?
Finney Smith was shooting 40% from the field and 40% from the three. I'm still looking at that field goal percentage because that looks disgusting.
If you think 44% and 36% is bad shooting splits, then that's your opinion. But I don't think it's the bad, in my opinion. Not bad. It's not bad.
That's the problem with today's logic in basketball. We look at that 3-point percentage thing. That makes you a great scorer.
Right, no,
that's not good shooting. You just argue 3-point, but you ain't good nowhere else.
You just argue that Jason Kidd was better than Steve Nash, and Jason Kidd was a 40% from the field guy. So I'm not trying to hear you trying to talk about 44%.
When did I say that he was a better shooter? When did I say his shooting was even good? I said as time went on, he became a better shooter.
Anthony Simons is a solid player. He's a second, third option, bro. He's just figuring it out.
No,
he's figuring it, bro.
In this team, he is. But in reality, no, he's not. He's showing you right now that he's not.
Anthony Simons and Tyler Hero.
So how long has Anthony Simons been?
I know what I think about Tyler Hero.
But I'm saying these are still.
He a bomb too.
But how long has Anthony Simons been in the league? How long has he been in the league?
It's like it's what, 4th season?
Let me see. I think.
DJ, we just talking about Luka with this, and Luka is on a whole nother level as them.
Because my whole thing is like
it's so frustrating to see these guys.
DJ, we just talked about this.
They just
just talked about this. Hold on, Ray, because we just talked about this, right? Because who was you just talking about this? JT, and I said that it's been 6 years. I was kind of arguing. He got to figure this out by now, because of the simple fact of his resume so far of where he's been in the league. So I can't sit here and let you talk about Anthony Simons that you're saying has been in the league for a couple of years, and you're giving him a pass for that, but you want to give Jason Tatum like, oh, well, he's still young. Anthony Simons young too. Figure this shit out too. Hold on. Because Anthony Simons has been in the league 5 years. This is his 5th year in the league. What was we discussing? That Jason Tatum been in the league about 6 years. So you gotta let that shit carry over from player to player, man. I'm just saying he been on the same goddamn team. He been doing the same hey man.
I gotta stop you there. I do not gotta treat all these dudes the same. Jason Tatum was a top 3 pick. Jason Tatum.
You can't sit there and try to say that Anthony. No, you can't sit there and say that Anthony Simons is established and then try to like dog him because rookies is outplaying him, or they're contributing more to contributing more to their team. I'm not going for that. Like, come on, bro. Like, I'm not going.
The Portland Trail Blazers with Damian Lillard Jeremy Grant and Anthony Simons should be better than the Oklahoma City Thunder with SGA, Josh Giddey, and Lou Dort.
Shoulda, coulda, woulda.
That's on. Hey, if y'all talking about the supporting cast instead of just the whole team, Dame included, I would be fine with it. But y'all trying to exclude Dame.
Is this the hold on a second? You mentioned Dame.
No, I
is
was
this
talking about
Dame's first
supporting
year
cast.
not playing defense?
I was talking about supporting cast.
It's
I'm
not
talking about
his-
supporting cast. I'm talking
I'm
about
saying
you take Dame out of it and you take
Hold on,
SGA. I'm talking about
hold on.
supporting cast.
It's just yes or
hold
no,
on,
DJ. Is this Dame's first year not playing defense?
It's not.
So why is that the deciding factor why they not winning? When it's really his role players not stepping up and doing what they supposed to do. His supporting cast not stepping up and doing what they supposed to do.
Raynard, I can make an argument that Dame, Simons, and Grant are all putting up empty stats. But you can't just say if that has to be the argument. You can't just be like Simons and Grant not doing what they supposed to do, but Lillard doing what he's supposed to do when Lillard is getting points and they're still losing. It's like it don't make sense. Dame is getting buckets. Okay, cool. Simons is getting buckets. Grant is getting
Not
buckets.
efficiently.
They're all doing the same thing. So how is you still elevating
The
Dame and you knocking everybody else?
Dame and Simons is Dame is doing it efficiently. Simons is not.
Bro, he's not being inefficient either. 45% and 36% from three is not
44%,
inefficient.
First of all.
Oh, 44%. That's not inefficient. That's so you saying 44% from the field and 36% from three is inefficient.
If you shooting 44% for the whole season, you shooting below average.
Dude was putting up 20, bro. Damian Lillard.
We already had that debate about the 20 points per game.
Nobody else on OKC is averaging 20.
Okay.
I'm trying to see how is this supporting cast better. I'm trying to see they're either on the same level, in my opinion, or OKC supporting cast is worse than Dame compared to the people that we know that's on the supporting cast.
I wanted to ask you earlier. Who else is on Portland?
Who else is on OKC?
So all they have is the two rookies and Shea. That's what you tell
me? No. You name me the OKC roster. Since this roster is so much better than the Portland Trailblazers roster, who's on OKC that's just so much better than the players on Portland?
I mean, I just talked about Giddey. I talked about the two rookies. We know Shea.
Who are the two rookies, Ray?
Well, they actually got 4.
You don't know these dudes, man. You don't know these dudes on OKC. Stop capping, man. You know the players on Portland. You don't know the dudes on OKC. That OKC team should not be.
I don't know anybody on Portland other than 4 players. They got rid of one of them.
This is my last time. Then we got to move on to somebody. We got to talk about somebody.
How you gonna ask me the players? I start naming them off, and you gonna say I don't know these dudes. Which one is you want me to name them off?
You said the two.
I said they got 4 rookies.
I'm trying to see now. Tell me who's better on OKC. Tell me the players that are better than Simons and Grant on OKC.
And that's exactly what Chris asked you this, and you like, no, I'm not trying to do that. You're trying to match them up individually rather than as a team. How many times have we seen players that's individually good, but as a team, they're not doing anything?
Bro, I see what y'all are saying, but the supporting cast argument, I'm not going for it. Not between OKC and Portland, because they're, like I said, they're either on the same level or I'm giving it to OKC. It's not to the point where I'm just looking at Dame's supporting cast and be like, it's worse than OKC.
When I spoke on what's called Grant and Simons averaging 20 points per game, and I was clowning them on that, you were laughing about it. Now all of a sudden that matters that they averaging 20 points a game, even though they still losing. So what does those 20 points mean if they still losing?
It's not my fault, bro. I'm not going to say Simons and Grant is worse than Jalen Williams and Lou Dort and Josh Giddey.
But you was the same person that called Simons a fraud some episodes back. So now
I said he was looking like a fraud.
No, you said, man, Simons is not who I thought he was. That dude is a fraud. And that's when I said, so can we all agree that Jordan Poole is the best out of those three that we had an argument with?
You bringing up
You was
Jordan
like,
Poole?
yeah.
What Jordan Poole been doing, right? Let's talk about Jordan Poole, your boy. Is he still just, hey, this shit up, it goes up and down, bro. This shit goes up and down. Simons, Hero, and Poole are still on the same tier.
I like what you did there. You tried to deflect that. I like what you did there, but no, we get back on topic about Simons. You was the one who said that Simons was a fraud. You didn't say he looking like a fraud. You called him a fraud.
I'm still not.
Now you up here trying to defend that he's a good supporting cast.
I'm not saying it's a good. I'm not saying Portland don't have a good supporting cast. We didn't pick them to be a top 6 seed, top 7 seed, nothing like that. But do you know what we put OKC? Let me tell you. Let me see where you put OKC, and let me see where you put.
I think I had Portland in the play-in.
So it sounds like you thought the supporting cast was going to be better than OKC's. That's what it sounds like. So it's no excuse.
I didn't know. I thought that's the difference.
It's no excuse if you thought. It's no excuse. That means they're just not living up as a team. They're not living up to, Dame included. Y'all are trying to exclude Dame from the blame. I'm saying y'all can't do that, and y'all can't talk about
to place everything on Dame. That's what you're trying to do.
No, I'm not. I'm saying it does. When we look at OKC, we think Shea. When we look at Portland, we think Dame. So that's why I'll go there. Those are the best players. Those are the players that we care the most about on those teams. Those are the stars. So with that being said, they have equal supporting cast, in my opinion. And SGA has just been playing better than Dame, and it's reflected in the record. I don't see what's crazy about that. And Chris, hopefully I answered your supporting cast question, because I'm not going for the supporting cast. I ain't gonna lie. Yeah. Y'all ready to get any topics? That was a spicy way to start. And we spent our whole time rehashing the SGA Dame, but
yeah, we can get into the topics. What we're gonna kick it off with? We're gonna start off with the okay, Cat.
I don't care. I like when I started.
But this was some good energy. But Cats returned to the Wolves. You know, they pulled out a late game victory over the Hawks. He went for 22, 4 and 3. He went 8 for 8.
The game winner, did he?
Or
the game winning?
I don't know, but I know Jaden McDaniels was killing too. So it's like, but I know Cat. Remember we were talking about Cat would come back in and it's gonna be like KD. He just go come in and get buckets because that's just what he do. It was pretty
crazy.
Much like,
his first game back, Ant actually wasn't playing. Mm-hmm. So the fact they still got a W over a potential playoff team, that's impressive.
So we're looking at the stats right here. Their defensive rating is 12, and their offensive rating is 22nd. I feel like Cat go help that offensive rating. I feel like he gonna hurt the defense, but I feel like he's so valuable. Come on, bro. Dude ain't played in 5 months. He came back and got a dub pretty efficiently.
How many minutes did he play?
Part of a win. No Ant. Hey, that's a hell of an addition. And I think Conley is the most important piece to this team, him and Jaden McDaniels. Because now you have about 8 legit guys. You got about 8 legit guys. Because Nas Reed and McLaughlin coming off the bench and Torian Prince sometimes. That's a legit rotation now. Because now you got Cat, Ant, Gobert, Conley, you got McDaniels, and then you got your bench. You got Nas Reed, who we talked about being one of the best bench players in the league. You got McLaughlin, a dude who had better playoff moments last year than D'Lo. And then you got Torian Prince, a dude that's a wing that can, occasionally do some stuff. So how are we feeling about the Timberwolves now? Because they the seventh seed, if I'm not mistaken. You think they can make some noise with Cat?
Yeah. I mean, when all your pieces healthy, that's always a good sign. So I feel like they was already making some noise without him. I feel like he gonna, and like you said earlier, he gonna boost their offense. I don't think he gonna hurt their defense tremendously.
Did it show how many minutes that he played?
I'm pretty sure he played
a full game, just about.
Yeah, he played pretty much like he played not more than 30 minutes, but he played a good amount.
Yeah, that's all I'm trying to see, how much they had him in his first game back.
He played 26 minutes. 26 minutes, 22 points.
I can respect it.
But my thing is, like, how dangerous do we think they are now? How dangerous are they?
I mean, I still think they can be one of the better teams just because that 4-5 is so goddamn big. I understand we're not looking at this cat as a defensive presence. But
could they knock out the Grizzlies this year? Because that would be their matchup.
Can they?
Yeah.
Hey, that'd be a rematch.
Yep.
I feel like it'll be closer. I feel like if it were to happen, it'd go 7 games. If Cat is able to get ramped up and get back
that's
to
gonna
the
be
minutes he's used
that's
to
gonna
playing.
be a tough first round for Cat to come back against, though.
I know. I was about to say because Jaren Jackson Jr. ain't playing with him.
That's gonna be a matchup.
But
I told you about Jaren Jackson. I told y'all he better than Bam. I'm staying on.
But at the same time, it can't, like, if Jaren Jackson is the only one that's holding down the middle,
he's gonna have to, because Adams out for the rest of the season, ain't he?
They say he may come back for the playoffs, but are you going to expect him to play 35, 36, 38 minutes the way you would want your starters to play? No. So I still think they're going to be able to exploit certain matchups if you got Rudy Gobert and Karl Anthony Towns out there at the same time.
Clark gone for the rest of the
season. And it ain't no Clark. So Timberwolves gonna hop on their ass if it stay 2-7 like this. I'm gonna say it now. Hot take.
That's what I'm saying, bro. Like, the matchup is gonna be. It's not gonna be a bad matchup. It's gonna be.
I mean, it's gonna be a long night for Conley too, though. Or a long series.
For doing what?
Having to check Ja.
Who is
Conley ain't young no more.
Ray, are we really expecting anybody to really check Ja like that?
Who?
Are we really expecting anybody to check?
He ain't got worried about nothing now.
I'm being real. What'd you say, Chris?
Crazy. When you said Brooks, I was like, hey, what?
No, I said, are we really just expecting somebody to just check and lock down Ja like that?
I mean, Ant kind of did it last year. Ja played terrible against the Wolves last year. That was Beverly and Ant defense.
I think Ja was trying to force stuff. I don't know. I looked at it like that. He was out there. He wasn't. I don't know. He was trying to do stuff. I'm like, that ain't in your game, Ja. But at the same time, you can kind of credit Ant towards that, though, making him have to do those things that he's not comfortable doing. But
okay,
I don't think we'll see another full series of Ja struggling the whole series, though.
All right, let me put you on the spot. Let me start with right now. I'm coming to you, Chris. So, do you think that the Timberwolves will beat the Grizzlies in this matchup if they see each other in the playoffs?
I think it's going 7.
In whose favor?
I probably lean towards the Wolves this time around, just because they're gonna be fully healthy.
All right, Chris. Wolves or Grizzlies in the 2-7 matchup? Who you got?
I was gonna say the same thing. I was gonna take the T-Wolves. Just because I know Ja is going to do. I mean, even though he had a bad series, I mean, when you look at everybody else on the Grizzlies, because okay, so picture like this: who was you praising was the best person in that playoff series, DJ?
Anthony Edwards
No. For the Grizzlies.
Desmond Bain.
So
Desmond Bain and Brandon Clark.
and one of them is gone.
Yep.
So
and one of them been playing not so good.
That's what I was getting to. So we pretty much gonna have to hope that Desmond Bain gets back to that'll be a matchup that he gets to where he can flourish the way he did. And on top of that, I like a lot of people not talking about Steven Adams as much as they should. Like I know that Jaren Jackson Jr. is a leading candidate for Defensive Player of the Year and everything, but at the end of the day, Steven Adams also makes them a big team that can match up with any, like if they had Steven Adams with him and Jaren Jackson Jr., shit, this is an equal goddamn series. If you ask me, if they got Ja and Desmond Bain, you got Ant, of course, holding it down over there for the backcourt. I'm not gonna add too much of Mike Conley, but then you got Cat and Rudy Gobert. You know, that's pretty much gonna be a battle between the bigs. I would love to see them fully healthy because it's gonna be a battle between the bigs. Which one of y'all want this shit? Which one of y'all want it? Because it would be Steven Adams and Jaren Jackson against goddamn me, Cat and Rudy Gobert. Which one of y'all gonna take? Which one of y'all gonna take over?
I'm leaning the Wolves. They got come on, bro. Cat Gobert and Nas Reed is one of the best bench bigs. Even if Brandon Clark was healthy, I feel like Nas Reed has this year elevated to his level. So I would think Jaren Jackson, Steven Adams, and Brandon Clark not as good as Cat Gobert and Nas Reed. So the backcourt for Memphis has the edge. But other than that, and then not even really because Mike Conley is good at what he does. He keeps pace to the offense and he keeps everybody in line. And then Ant, I feel like Ant.
Yeah, because I would be looking at it as a front court battle in my opinion because like I feel like the backcourts are gonna do what they do, but when it comes down to Steven Adams, Jaren Jackson, and Rudy and Cat, all right, which one of y'all two is gonna win? Which one of these duos gonna win it? It's gonna come down to that, in my opinion.
If it's a front court battle, I'm going Wolves, even if fully healthy. And the fact that the Grizzlies aren't fully healthy, I'm going Wolves. It fuck around be a 5-6 game series too. That's a bold prediction, but I just feel like people are sleeping on how good the Wolves are defensively. And now you get back a legit number 1, number 2 option on offense. Come on now. And Cat is one of the most efficient players in the history of the league. Y'all know he shoots 52% from the field for his career, and he shoots 39% from the 3 from his career, and it's like almost 86 from the line. Come on now. 23 points a game, 11 rebounds. You add that back to like a 6 seed they was at one point without him. I don't know. So, man, anything else y'all want to say about the Timberwolves and how y'all feel about them and Cat before we move on? All right. So this is gonna be a fun one, bro. Julius Randle versus Jaylen Brown. At first, Chris, I thought this shit was blasphemy until I really just sat back and was like, huh. So I'm gonna let you start since you brought this up. I'm gonna let you get this off since this is one of yours.
Give me like 2 minutes for y'all get into it though. Give me like 2 minutes.
Oh, so you want to? Okay. So Ray, if you had to choose between who's having a better year between Julius Randle and Jaylen Brown, who you choosing?
I'm going Jaylen Brown.
You got a reason why you got Jaylen Brown over Julius Randle, like strictly based off this year?
Off the real, better defender, better scorer, has more closeout games. I feel like Um, he's not. He went from being looking like a number 2 to automatically putting himself back in the front seat with Jason Tatum, all in 1 year. Like we forgetting, Jason Tatum was the front runner for MVP at one point. We was like, Jason Tatum was the number 1 guy on that team. And guess what happened? When Tatum started stinking it up, who was saving the day?
Jaylen Brown. But hey, it's an argument to be made. I can make an argument.
Is Julius Randle the number 1 player on his team?
No. Jaylen Brown isn't either, though.
So hold on a second. So Julius Randle is not the number 1 option on that team?
No, Jaylen Brunson's the number 1 option.
I find it odd.
How?
Randle was getting more shots and he's averaging more points. Why am I not?
Well, he's not the best player.
No, hold on a second. I'm not stopping there. If I'm getting the most shots on the team, and when in NBA history, when has that not equated to I'm the number 1 option on the team?
When a dude taking too many shots,
he's shooting efficient, so he's not taking too many shots. He's obviously hitting them. It's one thing he's shooting too many shots, they losing, and he not scoring the ball. But he's doing all those things.
I wouldn't mind if you say Julius Randle's the number 1 option. I think Jaylen Brunson is the best player, and it's the same exact thing. He's the second best player on his team, just like Jaylen Brown.
Who's gonna be higher on NBA teams this year?
What you mean?
What do I mean? Who's gonna be higher on NBA teams?
You can't do that. That nigga Julius Randle position is weaker than Jaylen Brunson's.
Hold on a second. I'm about to kill you real quick. So when Kobe was looking like, when they were saying he was a sidekick to Shaq, was he not still getting first team?
He was.
Oh, okay. So I don't want to hear nothing about his harder at that position. I don't want to hear that because it was harder at Kobe's position.
Kobe were both top 10 players.
Was it not harder at Kobe's position back then?
They both were top 10 players. Julius Randle and Jaylen Brunson are nowhere near top 10 players.
Julius Randle ain't top 10 this year.
A top 10 player in the league?
Okay. When them all NBA come out this year, you're gonna be very surprised.
Hold on. You think Julius Randle's a top 10 player in the league?
Based on this whole season, yes. At the beginning of the season, I wasn't thinking that. Even at the middle of the season, I probably wasn't thinking that. But up to this point, he done skipped a lot of people. Donovan Mitchell gets to the back of the line. You're done. You exposed yourself. We thought you was somebody you wasn't.
So are you saying Donovan Mitchell?
He out of He's not in the top 10 no more.
So you saying Julius Randle better than Donovan?
He messed it up himself. Nobody messed it up for him. He messed it up himself.
The Cavaliers is higher than the Knicks.
No thanks to Donovan Mitchell.
Donovan Mitchell been stinking it up, but
I been saying, are we gonna act like Evan Mobley ain't stepped up?
Nah, Evan Mobley been hooping. But Donovan Mitchell is still the best player on that team.
He ain't a second option. The third option on your team is out
Who's
playing
the best player on the Cavaliers right now?
Mitchell, but he ain't been playing like it.
Right now, come on now. We know how to the ebbs and flows.
71 points and ain't did nothing since.
We know about the ebbs and flows of the NBA season. Donovan Mitchell is one of the main reasons why they have top 4 season.
It's been a couple games. It's been going on for a couple of months.
Come on now. They was a play-in team without Mitchell. With Mitchell, they're a top 5 seed. Come on, bro.
See, that's where you got me wrong. I'm just talking about as of these last couple months. Even stinking up.
Do the totality of the season. Has Julius Randle had a better season than Donovan Mitchell?
This is the thing, though. Randle has been more consistent all season. When have we seen Randle just, oh, man, he really just falling off? He ain't had one of those moments. So we were so hype on how high of a high play Mitchell was. This is Randle. This is Mitchell. Randle's still going straight, though. So, yes, I would take Mitchell if you want to. I would take Randle if you want to talk about just consistency. Randle has been more consistent.
I mean,
do you want an up and down player, or do you want somebody that's going straight across?
So, can you give me your current top 10 right now? Since Julius Randle in it, I'm interested. Oh, okay.
On top of my head, I probably would.
Okay,
because I can give you the there's some people that just ain't moving. You know, the Giannis's, the Embiid's, the Jokic's. Luka, that's the difference between now Luka and Donovan Mitchell. Luka can play bad and still look great. That's I seen him yesterday. He wasn't having a great. He really wasn't having a great game, but he still had great numbers. He still had his team in a situation where they could win against the Warriors. Mitchell has a game like that, they getting blown out.
I see what you're saying, but I'm still not. I'm not at the point where I'm gonna elevate Randle over Mitchell though, because we're not gonna forget the totality of Mitchell's season. He been not that great this last month or so.
I
But
think we boosting that 71-point game now. I think that's what really just got him over the hump. To say, yeah, he's definitely he a locked in top 10. And I'm not taking nothing away from that 71-point game, but it's been a lot of games. He don't look very bad. I'm like, this is not top 10 performances. It's one thing to have a game here and there, but for you to just go like on streaks of having bad games, and then you also missing some games, it don't. No.
I mean, over his last 20 games, and then I'm gonna do 10 and 5. Over his last 20 games, he's at 27, 5 and 4. He's shooting 47% from the field and 34% from three.
And that's a drop because he was shooting 50% at one point.
For his last 10 games, he's at 29 points a game, 5 rebounds, 4 assists, and he's been shooting 48% from the field, 36% from three. And let's drop it down to 5.
And what's the Cavaliers' record in those last 10? Or what's their last 10 games? Like what's their record?
I thought we was doing okay. I thought we was just doing Donovan Mitchell, but we could do the Cavaliers.
Yeah, y'all finished with this, and I'm back to talk my shit.
So the Cavaliers, they last 10 games, they're 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. They're 7 and 3. So
still not.
Mitchell slander debunked.
No, because for the whole season he was shooting over 50%. Now all of a sudden he's shooting under it.
He shot 47 and 48%. We just come on, bro. We not gonna do that.
I'm just saying that mean, hey, all I'm saying is that mean that his percentage been dropping.
Right now, didn't you not just say 47?
DJ, this is basic math. How does your percentage drop in basketball? Don't that mean you start missing more shots than you making?
Man, come on, bro. You expect this dude to be a shooting guard playing how he played to stay at 50% from the field, bro. What's Shea 47% and 48% is not bad.
What's Shea shooting?
Just admit you.
What is Shea shooting?
Oh my god. Oh,
he's shooting over 50% for the season, right? What Kyrie shooting for the season? He's shooting over 50%, right?
Okay.
KD.
Okay. I mean, I feel you, but I mean, a dude shoot 48% from the field.
We in an era now where you can't be touched on when you on offense. It's no.
But, this what I'm saying.
Percentage should not be dropping; it should be increasing.
Wait, no, hold on. Let me give you his season percentages. Donovan Mitchell, 27, 4 and 5, and he's shooting 48% from the field and 38% from three, and 87% from free throw. Those are really, really good numbers, bro.
Those are.
So it's like the totality of his season is better than Julius Randle still.
So Julius Randle not giving you a double-double?
Go to Julius Randle.
Hold on a second.
You can use it. Huh?
I'm just confused here. You named off his numbers. And then
25, 24. Julius Randle has been shooting 46% from the field, 34% from three, and 76% from the three. I mean, from the free throw line. All numbers lower than Mitchell's outside of rebounds. And use your eyeballs. You know Donovan Mitchell better than Julius Randle. Come on, bro. Stop it.
Whoa.
Y'all is killing me, bro.
So hold on, is Mitchell better than Jaylen Brown?
I think Jaylen Brown is right there with him. It's an argument. It's an
But it's
argument.
no argument. But it's no argument for Randall.
It's no argument for Randall.
Okay, so I know who you picked in this Jaylen Brown case then.
Who?
Who you just said? How you gonna put one person close to Mitch and the other one nowhere near close to Mitch? And it.
I think Jaylen Brown better than Julius Randle. Yeah.
I'm pretty say that I would just set you
It's
up.
Chris. It's Chris going wild with the Julius Randle love. But now I see it's you too. You think he's a top 10 player.
You know what? You right. I'm going crazy with this shit. And I'm gonna stick to it the same way I tried to, because hey, you know what? I'm gonna treat him how I was supposed to treat Zion this year. I'm sticking by Julius Randle. I've been talking about him all year, and I'm gonna stick with him. Y'all can't tell me shit. I'm sorry.
What makes Julius Randle better than Jaylen Brown, Chris?
What makes him better, in my opinion?
Yeah.
Consistency. And the last time I checked, every time a trade get brought up, ain't nobody bringing up that nigga Julius Randle. But for whatever reason, everybody always bringing up Jaylen Brown. And
because Jaylen Brown's more valuable. More people would know you can win with a Jaylen Brown type of archetype.
How many times has Jaylen Brown been traded in his career?
None.
How many times has Julius Randle been traded in his career?
Twice.
Some people are in rumors. Other people are on airplanes.
Hey, that's a good one. But come on now. I just, if we was doing a draft starting.
No, I just wholeheartedly, like, in my opinion, like, all bullshit aside, like, I know the numbers are the numbers, but y'all know that I've been mainly talking about Julius Randle because of his intangibles. Like, the main thing that I talked about is that he finally stopped crying. He stopped all that bitching. He went ahead, like, he may not be he may not be a top, number one option in the league as far as when we talk about number ones on teams, but in my opinion, he has accepted that role. He's excelled in it for where he's at. And I just look at it as me just looking at the growth of Julius Randle and just seeing where he has that team. Because in my opinion, that RJ Barrett shit, like, it sounded good, but let's just go ahead and call it what it is. That shit did not work.
I think RJ Barrett is terrible. I don't think he's that good. He had a good game yesterday against the Heat.
He has a couple good games here and there. I think he had some game this year where he scored 30 or something like that. And I raised my goddamn eyebrows, but I just feel like and I'm not even gonna sit here and act like this had to do with any other player on the team. Because at the end of the day, Julius Randle just had to stop with that bullshit. Like, you heard my take. I'm like, come on, bro.
Can I give you my argument for Jaylen Brown over Julius Randle, Chris, just so you'll understand where I'm coming from? Okay, because I do think they're similar players and they not far off. But when it comes to Jaylen Brown, he's a legit two-way wing. And that's just one of the most rare archetypes that are just so valuable to a team. It's the reason why, like I said, I forgot which one of y'all I was talking to, but the reason why Tatum, the Kawhis, the guys like that are so valuable to teams, because you drop them in the right situation and they are ceiling raisers. A team will go from a perennial playoff team to a legit contender when you get those type of wings onto their team. If you literally just add Jaylen Brown to the Hawks and you take off DeJounte Murray, the Atlanta Hawks are a legit contender because Jaylen Brown legit can guard the best player and he can go mano a mano on the other end too. Those two-way wings are that valuable. Julius Randle, he can get his buckets, but Julius Randle ain't clamping nobody. He not really creating for others consistently enough to where it's like, oh, let's keep the ball in his hands because he don't shoot that great. He's pretty average.
He's not that though. He's not that though. So I'm not even gonna argue that he's not that type of player that's gonna create shots for other players. But at the same time, we already went over that, because I'm not even gonna put that all on him just because of the simple fact. Didn't you say the Knicks were the worst team when it comes to assists in the league?
Yeah, they was one of them for sure.
Yeah, so even with that addition of Brunson, who we all looked at that was supposed to be that facilitator that can like
29th in
add
assists.
to that, they who?
29th in assists. Second to
Yeah,
last.
so I'm not gonna hold that against Randall just because I'm not expecting him to be that type of player. But when I'm talking about what he does and what he brings to the table for that team, and just the simple fact that he's been like, in my opinion, I feel like he's been more consistent
Mhm.
and he's been more reliable. Just as far as he's played like what 73 games now.
I give you the durability,
Like the
but
durability, the consistency, like I take all of that into consideration. And I also look at it as that, like, he's also won games. He's also won games without Brunson. Like, and I'm not saying that like every team he's won against just been like, oh, some world beaters. I'd have to go back and look and see exactly who he's won against. But I mean, it was even a game where we saw him beat the Celtics. I understand they weren't healthy, but shit, I think JT had like 40 points in that game and they still lost.
we done also seen Jaylen Brown will the Celtics to victories despite Tatum stinking it up.
Yeah, but he was still there.
We done seen Jaylen Brown carry in the finals. We seen Julius Randle lose to Trae Young, and Trae Young become a legend, and he's a goddamn coach killer. And he ain't been out. You know what I'm saying? He ain't.
Yeah, the whole city of New York hated him.
Like, come on now. We not gonna forget that Julius Randle he was very small in that playoff series as a number one. Jaylen Brown rises in the playoffs. So we can say Jaylen Brown is just as good, if not better than Randle in the regular season. And we can say Jaylen Brown is better in the playoffs than Julius Randle. And we know he's a better defender. He's a better transition player. I think Julius Randle is bigger, and it's just so it's like it looks a little bit better when he get his buckets. But in terms of effectiveness, I just think Jaylen Brown is just a more effective player, and you can fit Jaylen Brown in more situations than Julius Randle. It's no offense. It's no offense to Julius Randle because I think he's been balling. He's been an All NBA performer. He could be another All NBA performer this year. You know what I'm saying? He done got his team to a top 5 seed by himself, and he contributing to another top 5 seed this year. Well, are the Knicks still top? The
They
Knicks
just
or
lost to Orlando.
but
Randall shot terrible.
I'm just saying, man. I feel like Julius Randle is good, but I feel like he's not. Ray got him as a top 10 player. That's crazy. I can't wait to put that
I
on
said he been
something.
playing like a top 10 player.
You said he's better than Donovan Mitchell.
I said it's an argument. How Donovan Mitchell been playing these last what's called. I know what the numbers show you, but have you actually seen the games?
Ray, no.
Were you impressed with Donovan Mitchell in those games? Yes or no?
No, but we know what Donovan
Exactly.
Mitchell is.
But
And his
first
totality of his season is still
the
good,
first thing
right?
you thought it was his numbers, though.
Do you judge somebody off a stretch of their season or their full season?
I was just saying how he finished in the season was ugly.
Okay, that's cool. But he's still almost 48% from the field.
We're not criticizing Jokic. Jokic was shooting above 50% in those games he was losing. But were we not criticizing him how he was actually looking when you was actually watching the game though? He wasn't doing enough.
I was criticizing Murray mostly against the Nuggets. For the Nuggets, I ain't gonna lie. But I see what you're saying. I was criticizing Jokic too, just because he getting killed by centers.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. My thing is, I just feel like Julius Randle is a top 20, top something like that player. But I think Jaylen Brown is borderline top 15, top 10.
Speaking of Mitchell, Mikal Bridges popping them boys right now. 32 on their head. Dinwiddie got 23 on their head. And he's shooting efficient.
At many games they done lost in a row. Hopefully they get back right. They trying to win some games. They've been losing so goddamn much. We not gonna act like man, Mikal Bridges ain't been putting up a lot of clankers.
Yeah, but at the same time, I'm not really gonna knock. I can't really knock Mikal Bridges for that, bro. Just because at the end of the day, what do I talk about with you all the time, DJ? When I try to break down these teams, and when I say this one team, and you're gonna see where I look at with the rest of these motherfuckers. What do I say every time we talk about the Heat? They full of a bunch of twos, and they got a nigga that turned into a one. The Brooklyn Nets are full of twos and threes. And occasionally, Mikal Bridges want to act like he a one. Occasionally,
since he been with Brooklyn, he been playing like a one.
Man, I ain't trying to hear that. We gotta get to Austin Reaves though, and then these all NBA teams. Oh, I ain't trying to hear that, man. Y'all shouldn't have spent so much time on SGA and Dame. Y'all fight hard in the mug for that. But Ray, this is your question because you brought up Austin Reaves, so I'm gonna let you spearhead this one.
Yeah, man. He just got his first start yesterday. He dropped 25. The game before that, he dropped 36. The last 3 games, he's been shooting over 60% in all those games. And even the game before that, he had like, I think 16, and the game before that, he had like 24. So, I mean, in that, he's been looking like a legit facilitator. Mm-hmm. Another legit playmaker for the Lakers. So, I just say I look at him as the X factor going forward for the Lakers. That's the main thing I was saying. In the first half yesterday, against the Suns, he had 15. Mm-hmm. Like he was out there. He's a one thing that people are finally starting to realize is he's a great finisher. Mm-hmm. His 3-point game he can work on. I think that's gonna come though, because he's not a bad shooter. You can see he has a touch. So I
38% from the for the season, 36 in his last 10. So he's a good solid shooter.
That's what I'm saying. Like I like when you look at him from last year to now, he's one of those players we was just talking about. Like, man, I miss those days. You could actually see the growth in the player year by year. This is just his second year, and he's already showing a huge gap in what he was last year to now. And they can also can come with just being on a better roster, being around more experience of people that's actually been seeing the postseason too. So, but yeah, I like what I see out of him.
Okay, so my question to you is, Ray, how good do you think Austin Reaves could be? Because I said he's like Manu Ginobli light. Like if he had a little bit more athleticism, he could be that type of player. But the lack of athleticism,
I think with his type of game, he don't even need the athleticism. Ginobili wasn't that athletic.
He look a little clanky out there if he don't pull off a move. He look a little clumsy out there. And he don't. Hey, that athleticism shows.
Did we look at Ginobili as an athletic guy?
More athletic than Austin Reaves, yeah.
Did we look at you comparing him to somebody who's not athletic? Did we look at Ginobili as an athletic guy compared to his contemporary?
Oh no, that's why I called him Manu Ginobili light, because he's even less athletic than Ginobili.
So I don't think it's necessary for him to just be super athletic. I think that'll take away from what he does bring to the game. If he added that, like I think that's just it's one of those things where everybody's not going to be there, and that's okay.
No, I get what you're saying, but I'm saying like there is such thing as
his play style. Now I'm saying his play style. He don't even call for being athletic though. He's good at what he do. He still can finish at the hole, and he's not. That's crazy. One of his most contributing factors on offense is his finishing ability, and he's not athletic.
I'm not gonna lie. Like I do like this conversation, but at the same time, I do have a kind of a issue. The fact that when we're talking about the Los Angeles Lakers, we're talking about Austin Reaves being the leading everything on this team, and we're not talking about Anthony Davis.
No, we're talking about him being the X factor.
No, we're talking about Austin Reaves.
Ain't your best player. The X factor can just be like he can be the determining factor on how things can go.
Well, but so the only reason why I say that is because like I haven't I saw the topics, but I done had my kid here all goddamn week. I've been tired, so I ain't really just had time to go back and study some of this. But
The stats at the
I'm just
bottom.
looking back. But hold on, so I'm just looking right now, right? So if we go back to, I can't exactly see what date this is. So this is March 10th. So this is the 23rd. So this is about, so I don't, this may be about 5-6 games away. So, and I was just looking at wins, right? So when we talk about just who I feel we should be talking about in AD and who we talk about now in Austin Reaves. So when we look at the game on March 10th, they won against the Raptors. Anthony Davis played 33 minutes. He had 8 points, 9 rebounds, 3 assists. Austin Reaves had 18, 2 rebounds, and 5. So I'm going to look at you a little different, my guy. I'm going to question where your motor is, and that's been a question.
The context to that Raptors game was, though, there was multiple Lakers players that was on fire, and AD he didn't take a lot of shots that game.
I understand he didn't, but if you're supposed to be that second dude, I'll chalk that up as an anomaly because we know that he normally should have more shots. But if he was able to, go ahead.
Just in these last, like how we talking about Austin Reaves in his last 10 games, don't take away what AD has been doing in this since the All-Star break. He's been averaging about like 27, 28 points, almost 13 rebounds, and probably close to 3 blocks. So I'm not saying that AD is still the best player out there with LeBron being out. But I was just talking about Austin Reaves as an X factor for the Lakers. I wasn't trying to put him above anybody.
Yeah, so okay. So now that I get a better understanding of that, I'll scratch that. So let's just say, so if you have LeBron and you have AD, you pretty much see Austin Reaves as your sixth man is kind of where you had to put him.
Yeah, I mean that's where he's been most of the season. Since he got back from
the injury. Yeah, I mean so since he got back from injury. So that's what I'm saying. Like if we talking about his role,
they decided to change the lineup last game and he started.
Okay. I get you now.
I'm gonna ask you this, Chris, because now it sounds like you kind of try to see where we got Austin Reaves. We're talking about the 4th best player on the Lakers. He kind of clearly jumped up into that category, being the 4th best player. So if you look at everybody else, 4th best player that's in the same tier as
him, who you got at the 3rd? Before I let you go.
Come on, man, D-Lo.
I was asking.
Oh yeah. Come on, man.
Okay.
I'm a D-Lo.
Well, the people got to know. The people got to know.
Who's the Mavericks' 4th best player in your opinion, Chris?
Well, no, I'm just asking for that. The people got to know.
No, I'm asking because this the teams that the Lakers are around. Who's the Mavericks' 4th best player?
Who's the 4th?
Yeah.
As far as consistency, I mean, clearly you got to put either Timmy or Kleber there.
Austin Reaves,
but I probably. You said what?
Austin Reaves is the same caliber as them, if not better.
He's been better as of late over both of those players. And I'm not gonna knock that at all.
That's the 9th seed. So let's look at the Thunder. Their 4th best player, in my opinion. Damn. Okay, so you got SGA, Giddey,
probably a rookie,
Dort, and then Jalen Williams. Austin Reaves is probably a little bit more established than Jalen Williams. Jalen Williams probably got more potential, but as of right now, they're around the same caliber. So it's like he's up to par with all these other teams' fourth best player. And that's basically what Ray's saying. We just point him out as a dude that's a legit option on a playoff team. You know what I mean?
I feel that.
Because like the 4th best player on the Timberwolves, who is that? That's Conley. So or McDaniels. Austin Reaves is around there. So it's like he's legit. He's a legit 4th guy.
Who else was you talking about? Nas Reed?
Yeah. Austin Reaves is a legit. He's right there with them guys. That's all we saying. We just giving Austin Reaves some love because he done deserved it, and he's doing it as a Laker and as a dude that's unathletic.
I feel it. I feel it. But you already know what I'm waiting for. I'm ready for this All NBA team.
So, anything else about Austin Reaves, Ray? You want to point out? How do you feel about his future before we move off? Like, what do you see his highest ceiling being? Just being realistic.
6th man of the year. I don't see him being as like no just definite starter. But if you asking me for a player that can be a legit 6th man coming off my bench, somebody that any team will want to trade for to come off the bench, I can see him as that because I feel like he does truly understand the game and the way it's supposed to be played.
I agree. Manu Ginobili light. How about you, Ray? Go ahead.
I can see him being a valuable asset on the championship team. Kind of like that's another thing that's underlined about his game. Most time we look at, especially in today's game, they want you to have some type of athleticism as a defender. He's not a slouchy defender. He's actually pretty solid on defense. So I can look
with him, and just because he gets effort, and that's what I preach all the time.
Now he actually moves his feet. Forget about effort. Effort is you just trying. Moving your feet, that's an actual
on
defense.
Yeah, but moving your feet, you ain't gotta have no athleticism for that shit. That shit just comes off of fundamentals.
Coordination, foot speed, all those things take into account. And all those things kind of go when you look at all those things, they plug into an athletic player. So for him to have that on defense, but he lacks that, like one of those main, like the main thing out of it on offense, which is athleticism, that's impressive in itself. Most of the time we see a defender that has all those qualities, they turn out to be a pretty athletic player. So, but yeah, I mean he a well-rounded player, man. And I don't think he's nowhere near as good as we think he's gonna be. Like right now, we're looking at him like, oh, he's just gonna be a 6 man. But the fact that he took the leap that he has in just 1 year, and this is only his 2nd year, I'm not gonna speak too soon and say what his ceiling is.
Okay. So now we gonna make our all NBA teams. We gonna start, of course, with the 3rd team. We gonna start at guard. I'm pretty sure it gotta be point guards, shooting guards, small forwards, power forwards, centers traditionally. So who's our point guard, the 3rd best point guard in the NBA this year?
Brunson.
3rd team. Oh, Chris, who your nominee? Your nominee. We gonna do them as nominees.
He said we doing 3rd team first, right?
Yeah, he said Brunson.
Let me make sure I don't.
You got to factor in how many games people don't play.
Yeah, absolutely. I'm looking at both conferences. Yeah, I'll take Brunson the third. I have no argument for that.
Okay, so majority rules, we go Brunson. But man, I ain't gonna lie. I was like, man, what would we classify SGA as? A shooting guard?
Let's see. Because he is 6'6".
Yeah.
Right?
I'll put him as 2.
Okay, so because I ain't gonna lie, so Brunson.
I think we're gonna classify SGA as a shooting guard, bro.
We gonna put Brunson right there.
Yeah, I think he's a 2 guard.
We gonna put Brunson right there. So, nominees for the shooting guard, the 3rd shooting guard, I have Anthony Edwards. That's my nominee, right? And then we go Chris.
3rd team.
Yeah.
I had Donovan Mitchell.
Okay. Who you got, Chris?
I still think I'll probably put because I had three, and I'm really debating if I want to put SGA, Donovan, or goddamn me, then who would you say?
You got Jaylen Brown, Devin Booker. You got
No, they gonna
Zach
put them two.
LaVine.
So if I'm gonna put somebody at the third,
Booker ain't gonna finish the season with over 60 games.
I'm just saying, just shooting guard.
I was about to say I would if I'm taking everything into consideration because I look at injuries and everything like that. I'd probably put Devin Booker at the third.
And who'd you say, Ray, again? Who'd you say? So we got Booker. And who you say? And I got Ant.
You said you had Ant.
Mm-hmm.
Ray said he had who you had, Ray?
I had Mitchell.
He had Donovan.
Mm-hmm.
So okay, Ray, who you like more out of Edwards and Booker this year?
Edwards.
And Chris, because I feel that same way. So there's two for Edwards over.
You said out of Edwards and Booker.
Mm-hmm. Because you Booker, so we kind of knocked Booker out, bro. It's 2 against 1. We knocked Booker out because he voted, and now you get to vote for Edwards versus Mitchell. So who you knocking out of Edwards and Mitchell?
I'll probably knock out Mitchell.
So we're going with Edwards.
Yeah.
Yes. That's how we gonna do it. Next time, Chris, I'm gonna ask you first. Yeah.
That's cool.
We'll go around. So for the small forward, 13.
Bridges.
I roll my eyes like a damn girl. Yeah.
Shit.
I want to hear y'all's.
Who you got?
Because I'm laughing at what.
I want to hear what DJ got to say.
He said he rolled his eyes like, oh my.
I'm trying to think of the third best small forward because I got bro. We know who that is. And then
who was bro?
KD done played enough games. Tatum I won.
He hasn't?
KD ain't played enough games.
He played 50 games on thing. He played probably 55 at most.
Kevin Durant ain't come on, bro. Kevin Durant ain't played that.
He only gonna play like 55 games, and he ain't coming back this season. So he finishes the season
only played 42 games.
Oh, see, I gave him the benefit of the doubt. Look how many games Kyrie played.
Oh my!
How many games KD played?
42.
Oh hell no! Don't even.
Y'all
better not put that. Y'all better not put him on that one of these lists.
I just made these lists up. I just thought of some names. No, I looked at everything. I was like, dang, can't put him. Dang, can't put him.
Oh man!
Who left with durability? Oh, these guys.
Oh well, I'm gonna go Jimmy Buckets. I'm going Jimmy Butler, bro. 13?
Third.
Yeah. Bro, what you disrespectful, bro.
Who?
Raynor. He doing all that. He put himself in the casket because I said Jimmy Butler. Who you got, Chris? You said Mikal Bridges. Stop that shit, man. But go ahead, right? Go ahead, Chris.
If you're going based off this year, yes. You're going based off of just all time.
No, Jimmy Butler been eating this year.
Yeah, I was about to say Jimmy Butler just because
That boy
I
put
Jimmy.
what's it called? Weave in his head. I don't want to hear that boy.
Chill.
Man.
Nah, I wasn't mad at that nigga about that shit though. I ain't gonna care.
Who you got, Chris?
I said Jimmy.
Oh, okay. So we on your head. They got Jaylen Brown classified as a small forward too, by the way. I don't know why.
I thought he was a 2.
I don't know what they got going on.
Well, I know he's a guard / forward, but I
he
guess
play small forward.
He can play more small forward. Okay, I ain't mad at it. That's cool. I mean, if we gonna count him as a 3, I mean, I ain't gonna say he 13, but you know, we'll figure it out.
So we got power forward position. Who's 13 power forward?
Lauri Markkanen.
I'm not gonna argue with that.
So you got Lauri Markkanen 213.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I guess we got no choice, but
who was you gonna say?
I was gonna say it depends on who y'all got second team, because I was thinking between.
What you gonna say?
I was gonna say Triple J.
Wait, I thought he was playing the 5.
Yeah.
Well, but I'm just talking about for this year. Like since Steven Adams been hurt most of the year, I thought they had him listed as a 5.
No, that other dude. What's the other dude going bald?
Tillman.
Yeah, he they center.
Okay.
So who's their third center, y'all?
Domantas Sabonis.
No, because I thought that Jaren Jackson was really playing the 5 this year. I really did, but because I was gonna have him over Sabonis as my 5 on the third team, but if we're saying that Jaren Jackson's playing the 4 and not the 5, then yeah, I'm gonna have Sabonis as my 5. I mean, but at the same time, I'm not gonna be mad at it just because. I mean, if we look at him statistically, I mean, shit, besides, you know, of course, we know that Embiid is more dominant. We know that, you know, Jokic is an all around as far as points, rebounds, and assists better player. But hey, man, that nigga Sabonis, he be putting up his numbers, man. I mean, he been averaging a double most of the season.
Hey, man. Sabonis is a watered down, what's it called? A poor man's Jokic.
That's exactly what it is.
He's an in debt Jokic. Being in debt.
I mean, if you ask me, I feel like he's like, I mean, I feel like he's kind of like attributed to his team the way that Kevin Love was contributing to the Timberwolves, except when Kevin Love was doing
elite point guard though.
Except when Kevin Love was doing it, it wasn't getting him nowhere. He was getting out on double doubles, but it wasn't doing shit.
Kevin Love didn't have an elite point guard.
Kevin Love didn't have an elite team, Ray.
No, I'm saying it made it sound like you were saying like, well, you know, Sabonis.
No. I'm talking about. I'm just saying like number wise, as far as the double doubles and stuff like that. Like we see what he's doing. It's just that clearly Sabonis has a better team around him than when Kevin Love was doing it. I ain't gonna be disrespectful like that.
I just wanted some clarity.
I'm just trying to. Yeah, I had to get some clarification. I understand.
Okay, so
you got Sabonis too.
I mean, it don't matter. So it's like,
I mean,
it's cool. I ain't mad at it. I mean,
who you gonna say, DJ? Who deserves more love?
No, nobody. So, but I just was like,
I just want to be different and say Brook Lopez or something.
I would have said
you would say something like that.
I would have said
say who?
Bam.
You said who?
21 and 10.
That. There's an argument.
Like
Second team.
he's a two-way. But I'm just but I was gonna say Sabonis too. Go on, man. So second team, we starting at point guard. I'm gonna start with Chris, then Ray, and then we go alternate. Go ahead, Chris.
Yeah, we're gonna go what?
Chris, it's Chris first, then you.
Okay.
What position we starting at?
Point guard. We gonna always start at point guard. So who's your nominee?
Okay, my nominee. Let's see. Let me go down the list of teams. They count Shea as the PG, right?
Nah, he's shooting guard.
Okay. Man, this one tough, boy. This one tough. I ain't gonna cap. Are we counting Jamal as the Jamal Murray as a PG or two?
Oh, he's not on the All NBA team, so it don't matter.
I'm just asking the
You
general.
say who?
No, I'm just playing here too, but man.
Okay.
Oh man.
Oh my god!
No.
I did something wrong.
Okay, so I feel like I'm kind of, if I'm really thinking about it. So are we take? Okay, so let me ask y'all a question.
Mm-hmm.
Do y'all take records into consideration when y'all talking about All NBA?
Yes, if their individual
they are.
production is up to par too.
Say again.
It's as long as their individual performance is up to par.
Okay.
But it's your nominee. You can say whoever you want.
I'm just trying to pick y'all brain. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, here you go.
Who I want to put him in there, but he's not I don't consider him a point guard either. So if I had to pick a point guard for the second team, I'll probably put Ja.
Okay, right.
See, I thought that I got Fox as my point guard for second team.
See, because I didn't know. Are we counting him as a 2 or a 1?
No, Fox is a 1.
Okay.
But I messed up on my 2 on my second team. I didn't know they had Luka as a point guard.
Yeah. Luka's a point.
So yeah, I don't know who.
He like somebody got to move.
Because I ain't moving nobody from my first team.
I feel you.
Oh.
I'm gonna keep Fox as the number as the point guard.
For your second team, okay.
I ain't gonna lie to y'all. I got Luka.
Second team?
Yeah.
Ooh.
Now off this year, it's like everything. I feel like Fox has just earned first team. He earned it. He's earned it.
Whoa. So y'all gonna be mad at my first team, man.
Whoa.
That's crazy. So, who do we do the tiebreaker? Who started off the tiebreaker last time?
You said you gonna ask Chris first this time.
Okay.
So,
So,
that's what.
so who was the 3 nominees? So we had Ja, Fox, and Luka. So out of Ja, Fox, and Luka, who you kicking off, Chris? Well, it's really between Fox
I mean, just
Fox
between
and Luka.
them two, I
Fox.
guess I'd have to knock off Ja.
No, you pick between Fox and Luka because we knocking off Ja.
Oh,
Because I'll cover you first.
oh,
The other one with who you knocking off.
oh! I gotta pick. Which one of them we knocking off?
Uh-huh.
And it's between Fox and Luca.
Mm-hmm.
Damn, I'm kind of like wondering who you got on your first team. If you got Luca as your second team, but shit, I guess I'm gonna knock off Luca from the second team and put Fox on the second.
So you got Fox. So
Yeah,
it look like it's Fox, right? Look like it's Fox. It sounds crazy, but it really ain't. It really ain't, bro. So shooting guard.
Hey, ooh, shit. And that's crazy. We just on the second team. We had to think about that PG.
Yeah. Hey, this league,
hey.
ain't no wrong answers for real, for real.
It's not, but at the same time, like you really gotta like, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, you gotta think. So shooting guards. Whose turn is it?
We doing it in the same order as we have for point guard.
Who went point guard first?
Chris.
So it's your turn, Ray.
Yeah, I did PG.
Well, since he didn't get no love on the last one, I'm gonna go with D Mitch for the second team then.
Oh, jeez. Okay, Chris, go ahead. Who you got? Yeah. Well, never mind. I guess it makes sense.
And say for the shooting guard position.
Yeah, I was about to say I was like, Donovan Mitchell makes sense, bro.
It makes sense, but it's not who I got. But
who you got?
I got SGA.
Ooh.
The second team?
Yes, he's that good. Yes.
I think he should be higher than that.
Whoa.
I'm waiting to hear y'all first team shooting guards in, because I mean,
when
we think about shooting guards for this season.
I still ain't putting them over who I got on my first team. I love Shea. I love Shea, but you ain't jumping for irrelevant to first team. Hell,
nah. If I had,
it's only been one consistent first team the past couple seasons. So if it ain't that guy, I know it ain't that guy.
Okay.
This other guy jumping over somebody then, because he ain't like.
Yeah, he
Devin
is.
Booker been the consistent number one first team guy for shooting guard.
Who you got, Chris? Because I got SGA.
Y'all made it kind of difficult, boy. Ooh, because I heard Donovan. I heard that's. It can really go either way, but I feel like if you pick one or the other, you might be knocking somebody out of your first team, no matter which one you pick.
Yeah, somebody's gonna get left off of the list.
Yeah. I feel like if I had to pick, I would pick Donovan only because I think he's played more games. That's the only reason why. Like, if SGA had toe to toe like the same amount of games, I'd probably pick SGA just because of what he's doing without a reliable 3-pointer. That's what's so crazy about him, bro. Like, I seen that game where he dropped 40 and didn't even shoot a single three.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It's like
he a bucket.
Bro, like he gets it his way, bro. This nigga, like, you're not gonna force him to take a 3-point shot. Like, yeah, you get him on that 3-point line if you want to. Shit. That motherfucker fuck around and hit you with a move and get to that goddamn hole. And it's crazy because he's 6'6".
Yep.
He's 6'6". Ain't got the biggest build in the world, but still like dominating in the paint. Like, we don't talk about nobody dominating in the paint, or just a mid-range, unless you talk about Giannis or we talk about DeMar DeRozan. So, hey, man.
Best paint attackers after Giannis and Zion.
And Zion ain't been playing enough to. We ain't gonna get into it about him, bro. You already know. If I get talking about it, let's keep going with the list.
Small forward. I think it's on you, Chris.
I thought I just called the last one.
Oh, it's on me.
Mhm.
I don't even know who's the small forward we had. We put Butler. It really ain't been no small forwards then. But did they say? Oh, we got Jaylen Brown as a small forward too, don't we?
Yeah.
So Jaylen Brown, yeah.
That's my pick.
The second team small forward. Wait, hold on. Nah, we ain't have him as a small forward because ain't that what Tatum play?
They got them both listed as small forwards.
They got them both, yeah. They got them both.
I think they just got 2 small forwards starting.
What the fuck? Hold on. Hold on. I thought they had
a lot of small forward. Because
well, I guess depending on the lineup that play, I can see it.
Yeah, they get their own units. When one's out, the other one has complete control over the unit.
Yeah, like I see, because sometimes, like, depending on the lineup, JB would be at the 2, JT would be at the 3. But if they playing, more of a small ball lineup, JB would be at the 3 and JT would be at the 4. So I see that. Which mainly that's what they've been having to do anyway because Robert Williams been out. So I can see that. So we putting Jaylen Brown as the small forward, second team, All NBA.
Mm-hmm. So it's your turn, Chris, for the power forward, second team. We'll see how nasty you get.
You see how nasty I get.
Let's see.
Let me see, man. Let me see what we got going on.
If you need some help, you got Marketing, Randle, Siakam, Porzingis, Kuzma, Grant, Wood, Gordon.
I was gonna say,
who do we have for third team power forward? I thought we had Marketing.
Yeah. I'm just saying that I was just getting off the list. I know we got Marketing though. It's third team.
Give me Triple J.
Whoa. Okay. Right. That boy said Triple J, second team.
Triple J.
I'm going Randle.
I'm going Randle too. But I like Triple J, but not that damn much.
Wait, hold on. We got him as Do we have Triple J as a power forward or a center?
He's a power forward. We already got Marketing on our third team. There's only 2 spots left, and you got to put Giannis at 1, bro.
Okay, well, yeah, at that point, never mind. Yeah, give me that nigga Randle. Give me that nigga Randle. Give me that nigga Randle. I ain't coming off the goddamn bus.
It's getting what the hell? It's getting real spicy right now.
It's getting, nigga, it's getting spicier than cayenne pepper.
Jokic.
Jokic. Okay. Chris.
Who we got for second team?
He already said Jokic. He yelled this shit.
Oh, see, this the one. Oh, this the one I was waiting on. DJ, you go. I don't want to go. You go.
It is DJ's turn.
It's DJ's turn?
Yeah, I got Jokic second team. He's just, come on, man. Vucevic killed him.
Porzingis
was giving him buckets.
He didn't even have Kuzma or Bill there.
Yeah,
so you know who the ball was going to.
Yeah, I ain't gonna lie to you, Chris. Jokic just been slipping.
Nah, nigga, I already know he been slipping, bro. He been slipping. I can't even argue with it. Yeah, that's cool. We gonna put Jokic this second team, bro. Oh my god, I've been bullish on this nigga all year. All you had to do was be good for another month. All you had to do was be good for another month and a half tops.
Who turn is it for first team point guard?
Yours.
I mean, I ain't got no choice. Y'all forcing me to keep Luka, and I didn't want to do that because I don't want to reward him. But
you already know.
Yeah. So it's consensus, Luka.
Yeah, you already know.
I can't stand this.
You might as well go ahead and stop. You might as well go ahead and stop him, bro.
My list,
you already know what's up.
Because I thought Luka was the 2.
Okay, so who did you originally have at the 1?
I had Josh first team,
Really?
You still say that?
and
You
I was
just
gonna put Luka as second team 2 guard, but I mean, hey,
hey.
So who you was gonna put at second team the PG?
I had Fox as second
No,
team.
we got second team PG. We on first team PG.
Well, no, I'm saying because I'm
Just
asking
trying to
because
figure
how
out
he
my
said his
list.
list up. Yeah, I'm just trying to figure out his list.
Yeah, I had
Oh,
Fox the second team PG.
He had Fox second team PG and he had Luca second team 2 guard.
Luke ain't never been no damn two, but all right.
His first year he was when him and what's it called?
Boy, they got him up out of there so quick. Get off the rock. Dennis Smith, just get off the rock. I think he wrote a book or something. Something happened. Anyway, get out of here. But so 18 point
I mean, if
guard.
y'all go Luke, I'm not mad at that. But
No, I'm saying you
I'm
still
saying
go
Luke, I
Josh.
don't think it's just hard for me to put Luke as first team this year.
I told me too. You can go Josh if you want to.
I'm gonna stick with Josh.
All right, Chris. I'm just letting y'all know. I wouldn't mind if Luka gets left off.
Or whoever vote for this stuff on the NBA panel,
It's
gonna
hard.
bullets.
That's why I be telling people. I'm like, bro, people act like this shit easy. This shit ain't easy.
Like it's some years, it's like okay, it's clear
Some
cut.
year is some year, some year. Not this year.
Yeah, this year, man.
The Dawn.
So that's 2 for Luka. Cause I can't leave Luka off of all NBA team.
I think that'd be crazy in itself because he's still putting up some crazy numbers.
But I wouldn't mind Ja if Ja wasn't tripping like he was tripping, and if his team wasn't still good without him, he would have a better argument. But
That's really the only not like when he's gone, like
they lost to the Lakers twice without him.
yeah, but when you still look at the game that they won without him this year, and we can say the same thing about last year too, like they were still able to hold their own when he was gone, whether it's been injury or whatever bullshit he got going on, they still have been able to hold their own. Like, yeah, they done lost some games. Don't get me wrong. Like, you lose your best player, you're going to lose some games. But come on, man. Like, the Grizzlies are the only team where you can just definitively say they can lose their best player and some other players on top of that, other role players, and still be able to pull out some wins. Like, how many other teams can we realistically say that's like that besides, as I say again, the goddamn Nets that's full of 2s and 3s? Ain't nobody else doing this. Ain't nobody else doing this, bro.
I ain't mad at it. So we all in agreement. Well, me and you in agreement, Chris. Luka on first thing.
You can clip this shit if you want to. I'm sorry. Ain't nobody else doing this shit like the Grizzlies doing it with their number one player being gone. And on top of that, they got other role players missing. They've still been playing consistent basketball and winning games.
I'm disappointed in them both for different reasons. So it really don't matter to me.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not finna sit here and beat the table to say that I'm gonna pick them to win the playoff series. Like, because at the end of the day, it all comes to your players. But as far as just regular season ball and being able to win games, come on, I'll put them against anybody right now at their best. Just because, like, we can talk shit about them all they want to, but them niggas riding around that hood shit, they want to be bullish and do that shit they want to do to beat, just grind and out hustle your ass. And I ain't mad at it. I ain't mad at it at all.
So we got Luka first team, point guard, shooting guard first team. It's your turn, Chris.
It's my turn to shooting guard.
Mm-hmm. First team too.
Ooh, see, it's kind of hard to shooting guard because a lot of niggas I want to put, they've been hurt a lot. No, we're not counting him as a 2. He's a 1.
Whoa. I don't think. Oh, hold on. I'm gonna wait.
What?
I don't think we have a shooting guard.
Like,
I can say,
legit.
what is SGA? A point guard, or shooting guard, both?
Oh no, we do. Oh yeah, yes. Oh my
He's
bad.
a shooting guard.
Okay.
Okay, my bad. So we kind of.
That boy said yes.
We know who he got. But see, okay, so I'm not
No,
finna
it's
ask you.
nobody left, y'all. It's nobody left. The two go.
Well,
It's
no,
really
I'm not
nobody.
finna. I'm not finna ask you who you got, but I'm just
Oh,
saying, like if because clearly we know the talent of SGA, but I'm just asking a hypothetical. Like we know the talent, but would you still put him there because like based off of the games he missed, or is that kind of like
I mean, with the games left, he still has enough time to play over or close to 70 games still.
I was just gonna say he's played in 61. It's more than Booker and the other shooting guards. Like
He's looked, even though he ain't probably has he played. How many games has Klay Thompson played? Like even though he played, I don't know if Klay done played more. But
I ain't even got Klay in there. But if I had to pick, we on shooting guard. Give me Jaylen Brown.
we got him as a small forward.
Oh, small forward.
Shit.
So at that point,
You literally just trying to avoid SGA. That's crazy.
No, I'm not. Because I had it between three players, so now I have it literally between him and Devin Booker.
Devin Booker don't even qualify, bro.
That's what I was saying. Like he probably don't qualify. So if I had to just really pick, I probably had because he hasn't played no games, right?
That boy, no, he hasn't, bro. We played 45 games.
Yeah, because I was like, damn, like I was gonna put Booker, but I just pulled it up. I was like, damn, Devin Booker ain't played enough games. So, hey man, I'm gonna get credit where credit is due. It's gotta be SGA. It's SGA, bro. Like, don't get me like I wasn't trying to keep him out. Like, no, I was praising him earlier, but I thought he had missed more games because I know SGA's been hurt. I legit did not know how many games he played this season.
So Ray, 3, who you got? The small forward.
SGA. That's what I have.
No, small forward. We pretty much got it. Yeah. What? No, I ain't gonna pour salt on
the original front runner.
Man, they did not age well. I'm not gonna lie to you.
That's my fault. Because I didn't realize because I was like, damn, because I really thought SGA had missed more games, but like, oh, he had 61. He played the rest of the season. He gonna hit 70. But no, I thought he missed a lot more games than that. I really did. I don't know why I thought he was only gonna get like 50 or 55.
You got an agenda against SGA. It's all good.
No, I don't. I really don't. I really don't. I look, hey, say man, I know we had our little debate, but I really don't. I really thought he missed a lot more.
How DeRozan looked this season, man? He been looking good.
Hey, hold on. Hey, Ray, hold on. Don't.
I'll be hearing Terry Rozier getting shots up.
Hold on now.
Y'all said Levine part of the 40, 50, 90?
Yeah, hey, if you would have heard me, Chris, I was talking about the Bulls, but hey, man, I don't be just talking crazy. I just be like, oh shit, I'm gonna correct myself if I'm wrong, but I thought SGA missed more games. I really thought he did, but shit, he played 60, he gonna get 70. So yeah, I can't keep him out of it. I'm a realist.
So who turn is it for the power forward? It really don't matter. We know it's Giannis and Embiid. Yeah, we know it's Giannis and Embiid. This is a crazy list. I ain't gonna lie. That shit was not easy.
So who we have for first team?
So first team we got Luka, SGA, Jason Tatum, Giannis, and Joel Embiid.
It's not a bad first team at all.
Here we go.
Of course, you're gonna have some that wanna. You're gonna have some that's gonna want to switch out that center for sure.
And we are going to say, screw you guys. We did our own list, and that shit wasn't easy. So I'm gonna reiterate: Hoop Historians All NBA teams. We did it live for Hoop Historians All NBA team. First team, we got Luka Doncic, SGA, Jason Tatum.
I feel like we got all the centers right, bro. I feel like we got the centers right. Like I definitely feel like at the end of the day, Sabonis was gonna be third team, but it's really just like your preference on. And I feel like it's really been preference on Jokic or Embiid the whole time anyway.
So I'm gonna go through the All NBA teams again, just for a clip, I guess. But All NBA first team, we got Luka Doncic, SGA, Jason Tatum, Giannis, Joel Embiid. All NBA second team, we got De'Aaron Fox, Donovan Mitchell, Jaylen Brown, Julius Randle, Nikola Jokic. All NBA third team, Jalen Brunson, Anthony Edwards, Jimmy Butler, Lauri Markkanen, DeMontis Sabonis. I can't believe y'all was gonna try to keep Jimmy Butler off of one of these lists, man.
Who said that?
He's not getting one this year. I'm sorry.
Who's gonna be over him? Who's the small forward that's gonna be over him? Right.
He
already said mine.
Man, we got Jason Tatum, Jaylen Brown, Paul George, Jimmy Butler. Those are the ones. And then after that is Keldon Johnson, Bojan Bogdanovic, Mikal Bridges. Oh man, Mikal Bridges has 19 points, bro. I'm not going. Empty stats. What's the next record with Mikal Bridges doing all this?
I don't know what his record is, but one thing that I cannot knock, no matter what you try to say, you can talk as much shit about Mikal Bridges
They're
as much
6
as you
and
want
12
to.
with Mikal Bridges. Nope, I don't want to hear it.
They're who?
6 and 12.
Yeah, but they're only a half game behind the Heat, which has been really shaky. I mean, they've been better going into the stretch of this offseason. I mean, the stretch of this last stretch of the season, but I mean, they can easily get back in that sixth seed and be in the playoffs. I mean, we're not going to act like they went in the playoffs for the longest time. Like, you know, of course, I'm not sitting here saying that I thought they was going to sustain it. They kept it up for a long time to stand in the top six. I mean, I expect them to be a play-in team, which shit, they still very well could be because
they're 6 and 12, y'all. This is all KD
cool.
Irving's record.
That's cool.
They're 6 and 12 when Mikal Bridges is their best player. I'm not overlooking that. He's not gonna be NBA third team. I'm sorry. Is this really for Ray, Chris? Because he's trying. No, you know who I got. No, stop it. 6 and 12.
I mean, at the end of the day, I mean, like I said, I'm not defending them, but like I said,
you're supposed to be killing him with me. That stinks. That stinks.
You said what?
You're supposed to be on his ass with me because that stinks. They're 6 and 12 with him.
Nigga, I'm like I said, I'm not giving them no passes, but at the end of the day, I'm not saying I'm surprised because the same 2s and 3s, DJ.
Was the Suns
2s and 3s?
Wasn't the Suns a playoff team when he was there?
Yeah. What option was he though?
How was DeAndre Ayton playing during those times?
Oh my goodness! Say, man, as the number one option, Mikal Bridges is 6 and 12.
How was DeAndre Ayton playing during those times? That's what I'm asking.
I mean, he was solid. He was solid, bro.
So you trying to get on him for going to a new system? That's the only thing you pointing out. You're not pointing out he played most of his season with the Suns.
He's not the third best small forward in the NBA.
Jimmy Butler not either.
What, are you crazy?
No, but I think you are.
You think Mikal Bridges is better than Jimmy Butler?
This season, yeah.
We go see what the people think.
Clip that.
That's crazy.
I want to see it.
But yeah, man, look at our Hoop Historians All NBA team. I'm proud of our list, though. I'm proud of our list. It ain't nobody on there that I'm like, man, that nigga shouldn't be on here. Those are 15. Right. Those are 15 of the best players in the league, in my opinion. I don't think these are the top.
Randle on that second team, I see.
Say, man.
It's position trash.
Oh, okay. That's what it is.
It is. Come on, man.
I was just
already. It's a third.
It was just something you said earlier about. You said those are the top 15 players in the league. Earlier, you said that Randle wasn't the top 15 player.
Are those the top 15 players? There's around the top 15 players in the league.
You said Randle wasn't a top 10 player.
He's not a top 10 player. No.
He's
borderline 15 to 20.
Name me 10 players better this year.
Giannis, Embiid, Jokic, Tatum, Brown, Luka, SGA,
Ooh. Hey, yo! Hey! Huh?
Did I say
Embiid?
Donovan Mitchell? Put up 8.
You said
that. I give you that, but I'm not.
I ain't
confident. That's a debate.
That's debatable.
I'll take Anthony Edwards over him too.
I mean, that's what you want to give.
I feel like you can.
And I'll take Steph. And I still take Steph
over this season.
God.
Somebody who you didn't even mention his name in the NBA.
No, you've been talking shit about that nigga Steph all goddamn season. Hell no.
Nobody brought his name up in consideration for any All NBA team discussion. You gonna sit here and say that?
You can't say Steph better this year. I'm sorry. You done talk way too much shit.
Okay, goddamn.
Yeah. Hell no, I ain't going for that.
Anthony Davis still better than Randle.
You want to say
but
AD?
This season he hasn't. He ain't played 50 games yet. There's like at 48, 49 games right now.
See, that's the hard part about this list. Like we clearly know players. We clearly, but see, DJ, this is the crazy thing about it. We clearly know players that's better, but we ain't saying, bro. LeBron James has had a better stretch than some of these players we named, but he's not there. But we got to put this shit in the context. And Steph is not up there. AD, unfortunately, as good as he is, he ain't up there. Like we got to start getting again. We talking this year. Am I gonna take Julius Randle over AD overall career? Hell no. But if I'm talking this year, Julius Randle has been better than Anthony Davis, and that's why he is on this list and he's not. That's why he is on this list and LeBron James is not. Even with that effort that LeBron James put in, this nigga lost against the Thunder. The night he beat Kareem, bro. Yeah, you can talk about who you rather have, but we talking about what the fuck they did this year. And at the end of the day, Julius Randle has been better than them players that you tried to put over him.
Man, I feel too nasty saying Julius Randle's the top 10 player though.
I bet you do. I bet you do. But guess what? Live with it. Bask in it. Bask in it. Embrace it. It's okay. It's okay. I'm right here with you, my brother. I'm right here with you, DJ. Who?
And Anthony Edwards. 25 points per game, 6 rebounds, 4 assists. He shoot better from the free throw, the 3, and the field goal percentage than Julius Randle.
Say,
So
man, it's okay.
And he's
it's
a better
okay,
defender.
Man. I'm going to be right here with you. Julius Randle, top 10 player, 2022, 2023 season. It's all right, my boy.
Goodness.
It's okay. It's okay. It's okay. It's all right. I understand.
Speaking
but
of
what?
OKC
Hey, what's
LeBron,
what
SGA said about LeBron?
You said what?
Say, man. Yeah, I heard.
You heard what SGA said about LeBron?
What did he say?
He just said growing up, he didn't really like LeBron game. He was saying I was looking at myself and I'm looking at him. He's 6'8" and athletic. That's not my game. He was like, he's just big and strong. Like he said, that's not my type. Like that's not what type of game I like to watch. So he was like, I wasn't really just a huge Bron fan like that. I wasn't just a big fan of his game growing up. People think he was trying to shade LeBron. I just feel like he was like, I couldn't.
No, he was spitting facts.
It's kind of like
facts.
Growing up, everybody had, when it came to point guards, people were like, Jason Kidd, Tony Parker, Steve Nash. Those are the main guys we're talking about. But when I watched basketball, I liked watching Chauncey Billups, though. So I was like, that's a game I can kind of model myself
but
out.
So, the only reason why I'm not mad at it.
I like how he approaches the game versus how they approach it.
So, because Shea been in the league,
he controls.
Shea been in the league 6 years, 5-6 years, right? So I could probably say that the grunt of the games he probably watched of LeBron was in Miami. At the end of the day, when we talk about prime LeBron, and in my opinion, like a lot of people had their different opinions, but the best LeBron that I enjoyed watching was in Miami. A lot of people had their different opinions. A lot of people got the different shit that they like to say that they like. But if I'm thinking how Shea is thinking, what he saw was Bron in Miami. And what we saw in Miami was Bron just completely bullying motherfuckers. Like, if he just really wanted to take over a game to where he was like, I'm finna take this shit over. He took it over because he had the size, he had the strength, he had the athleticism, he had the dominance to go and drive to the basket at will. So much to the point that Greg Popovich, one of the greatest coaches we ever seen, literally said, I don't care what he does, just no dunks. Because if he dunks, he's going to get everybody else involved. So I can see what Shea is saying, because we don't look at Shea's game like that. He's not finna try to bully you. He's not finna try to dominate you, because, he's 6'6", but he's not like a 6'6" type, like, he's just the biggest, strongest 6'6" player out there. He's still a little slender for his size. He's still, a little skinny, but he's using his movement and using his shot creation in the paint and in the mid-range to be able to torch your ass for 30 points a game without really relying on the three-point shot. And we look at LeBron, eventually, all that athleticism and all that shit, hey, you get over 35, 36, 37 years old, you don't want to do that shit no more. So he trying to develop a three-point shot. But the type of game that Shea has, I just legit feel like he's never going to have to worry about trying to be 35+% from the three-point line. He's going to continue to be able to get his shots and his points from inside the paint. He's still going to be efficient, and he's still going to be able to play the type of game that he wants to play. Like, now that I think about it, I kind of look at him more as like a type of Luka player, in the type to where this is my game, and I'm going to play this game that I want to play. I'm going to control the game the way I want to control it, and it's up to you to stop it. That's the way that I look at his game.
Talking about SGA?
Yeah.
But what did SGA say about LeBron?
He pretty much said that, like, not that he was pretty much saying like he ain't look up to his game, or he didn't appreciate it just because, like, That's not the way the SG. That's not the way the SGA plays. That's not the way that he plays.
I'm saying, but did he say who he did look up to?
He said
I
he's
don't
taking
believe
Kobe as his GOAT and LeBron number 2.
Yeah. And I think he's saying that more or less just because Kobe was never the best shooter from 3.
Man, he said that because real hoopers fuck with Kobe over LeBron, man. Chris, I'm thinking
but if I'm really looking at it, but if I
we
really had to,
gotta stop this, bro. Man,
wait,
LeBron.
Hold on. So how
really loving LeBron game like that growing up?
Well, no, I'm not even gonna go there. But if we really look at SGA's game and Kobe's game, besides like the mental shit that Kobe brought to it, and as far as that, like I don't give a fuck mentality about it. If I'm really looking at Kobe and Shay's game, as far as like a mid range and getting my points inside the paint, I feel like they're the same way because at the end of the day, Kobe was never just like a top of the game 3-point shooter. We know Kobe got his game from inside. I feel like he developed that 3-point game later on in his career because early on with Shaq, he didn't need that shit. He just didn't. But SGA is literally using his size and his length in the same way that Kobe did to the point that he doesn't have to worry about a 3-point shot. I feel like that's the biggest difference when you talk about SGA comparing his game to Kobe more than he does LeBron. Because at the end of the day, SGA is never going to have that dominant driving force that LeBron had. That was something that we had never seen.
I think it's more
driver
of a size thing. Kobe is 6'6" and Shea is 6'6". LeBron is 6'8".
I'm not even.
Been built.
I'm not even looking at it like I can't even look at it like that. Just in this. Well, I take if you look at it like that, I'll give you that. But
I feel like LeBron is such a unique type of player that it's not nobody. Can't nobody just be like, oh, I want to be the next LeBron. We don't even get LeBron comparisons like that no more. The only person who got a comparison to LeBron was Ben Simmons. He was the only one, and he couldn't. And we seen immediately.
He was the closest to it. Well, I can see
why.
No, that's what.
The first time
that's what Ben Simmons could have been.
Y'all looked at one part of Ben Simmons' game and one part of LeBron's game and said, "Ooh, this reminds me of him." He was never aggressive when attacking the basket like LeBron was from the get-go. He was never like LeBron. People forget LeBron was not afraid to shoot a midi, even early on in his career. He wasn't the greatest shooter, but he always at least had a slight midi. I never seen any shooting touch from Ben Simmons. Like y'all looked at his passing, the how he looked in transition. It was like, yep, that's LeBron. Like, no, LeBron is more to the game than just passing the ball and how good you look in the transition.
When Ben Simmons started losing at LSU, didn't even make the tournament. I was like, man, I don't know, man. And then he got injured early, missed that whole year. And then we seen what he looked like coming back. I never thought he would be LeBron again. But coming out of Montverde, I did. Because he played with D-Lo. D-Lo was a senior. He was a junior. And I was like, damn, who is this? He big. He looking like LeBron. He moving fast. He got the body type. And he got the speed. So we thought he could become in that mold, even if he didn't reach them heights. But y'all ready to end it? We almost at 2:30.
This was a good episode, though. I didn't even realize we was going on this long, but shit, hey, man.
Say, man, I'm Diddy Knows Bob, White Boy Chris, right?
I'm here.
Hoop Historians, where we put basketball proper perspective, man. See you next week.